share this with a few groups and then we should proceed. So just give me a moment, but yeah, we're gonna be doing March of the Machine draft for probably the last time. We were supposed to get a cube draft, but I think this week might be too soon. It probably is the next, which is actually fine. That I would pretty much like to draft cube once, and that's about it. I don't want to draft cube so many times. It'd also be nice to say goodbye to March of the. Kind of wish we had Aftermath. I barely got any Aftermath cards, even after buying the package. Barely got any Aftermath cards. I might end up crafting a few depending on the decks I want to play. So far it looks like enchantments are back again on the rise. So that is something. But otherwise, everyone's saying that it's still the rise of mono red, and nothing wrong with that per se. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we're going to be doing, well, one last ride, one last draft of March of the Machine, singular. And we'll see how it turns out. Also, kind of need to see if there's a set that can help me view comments. Look, yeah, okay, comments are here. Yeah, definitely move them here. Should be easier to see it, I guess. Anyway, I will have to keep tabbing in and out. Actually, what I could do is I could just shrink the tab here. Yeah, I can see comments this way. That should be fine. And the reason I say this is because Streamlabs is still kind of borked for me. I have no idea why. And I don't want to mess it up because it's kind of messed up as it is already. I'm just gonna kind of wait to see which one breaks first. I really wanted to do this in just straight OBS, but Streamlabs is fine. It's not the worst. Actually, for me, the best use of Streamlabs was to do a lot of record. Well, okay, this one's gonna be an interesting one. Breach the Multiverse. This is definitely a high win card, sort of. If we can get this to land. 7 mana, grab 2 creatures. Now let's take a look. White is gonna be kind of taken. Realmbreaker's Grasp is a good piece of removal. Invasion is not good removal. Disturbing Conversion is meh. Yeah, everything else is meh. We're breaching the multiverse, guys. Hey, Kyle Braxton, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Actually, while I'm at it, let's take a look. What are we probably likely to get? I suspect we're gonna get something from green back, so let's keep that in mind. Blue is also probable, but not necessarily. I think we're more likely to get green back. But let's keep an eye out. Maybe white might have some good stuff. If I wanted to play really safe, it's Skittering Surveyor. If I wanted to be really annoying, Kendra Spell Spear, because if you can drop this on turn 2 and they don't answer it, this is really annoying to deal with on turn 3. There's also an Invasion of Belladon, but yeah, I think I want to take Kendra Spell Spear. Red is not as weak as Phyrexia All Will Be One, but it's still something to consider. Yeah, we'll just take some of the stronger cards first, and then worry about it later. Okay, so Vanquish the Weak, that's decent removal. Invasion of Cerex is actually quite fine. It's do we go into Knight? That's also another possibility. Like Marshall Zelfer is very open. But that's dipping into white-blue. Giving up 2 of our picks, we could still keep the breach, suppose it's. Nah, let's some drafter removal around it and see if we can still get a decent black-red deck. Though, let's see, what was I heard that one deck was the underperformer. Maybe it's this one. I'm not so sure which colors. You're a little under the weather. Okay, I'm peace to you too. I hope you are well as well. Well, personally, I'm not under the weather, but the weather outside is actually not so great as well. So that is a little bit concerning, but Otherwise, I hope for speedy recovery for you. I hope you get well and get back to kicking in life. Okay, so definitely taking the edge familiar here. Casting a lot of Realm Breaker's Grasp, so someone is going to end up with a really decent white blue deck. And okay, so I should be on the lookout for these guys. These are the guys that are most likely going to get a very good white blue deck because we're just basically passing it to them. Hopefully they reward us by giving us good black red cards in the return. So yeah, actually, yeah, doing a little bit of early scouting because that queue took a while to load up. If I see any of these guys, it should be a warning that we're up against one of them might be up white blue. There's also the hope that they cannibalize each other, so that's a thing. Okay, probably Nezumi Informant, keep it simple. Jungle Hollow to give us access to mana. I guess we could take the Jungle Hollow. It's probably not that bad. I did say that green is probably the one color that's likely to get passed around, wheel around, so we will take that. Let's see, we got another Surveyor, that's nice. There's a late Alabaster Host Intercessor, which is also decent. This does put us in the white-black Phyrexians, which is also an option. We have to take this one because this is the more powerful card objectively. Also, there is a Scarred Barons and that might wheel, air quotes, but there's a good chance it might not. So let's keep an eye out for that. See what the game decided to give us. Knight of the New Coalition, that's okay. That's an okay mid. Ichor Drinker's an okay early card. Skyclave Aerialist is probably good. Yeah, I guess we take the okay mid card. We did. Okay, pack 8. Timurit is actually quite fine. There's also Sunder the Gateway that does give us access to an Incubate and Transform. I think I might want to just take Timurit. Looks like Chimera is not going to make the cut. Take a Corrupted Conviction because we need the card draw. Traumatic Revelation actually has been quite decent as well. Yeah, I think I'll take the Traumatic Revelation. Sometimes you can really mess up a... This one's more of a testing phase. You can sometimes really mess up an opponent if you cut off a certain card early. But honestly speaking, that's probably the first card I'm going to cut if ever. In fact, I'll just cut it now to the side. Yeah, I remember now. White-black is the weakest color pair. There are quite a few Phyrexian synergies, but most of them, they give benefits, but they otherwise don't really do anything, so it's a bit awkward. Okay, Connoisseur. Dreadship enters the battlefield. If we're gonna go into red, this is probably the alternate card. So what we're in the lookout for are Scarred Barons, Windscarred Crag, Bloodfell Caves, basically those three lands. Surge of Salvation. That's a very late Surge of Salvation, but I'll take it. Also check, yeah, now we have the full play set. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, Fever can actually be really bad, especially at a certain age bracket. For me, it would be very miserable. Do I want a Yargle? Generally, no, but I probably don't want another Dreadship either. Just filling it out because I'm probably unlikely to run any of these other cards. So let's see. Well, oh my gosh, this is gonna be interesting. We can pass Lurrus. Definitely take Archangel Elspeth. That's for sure. But I want this Lurrus. We have to be responsible. We have to take that Elspeth. Could we play Lurrus? Probably not with this deck anymore. But definitely won't want to take the Archangel at this point.
I am a shining blade in the dark.
Scary. There's our Windscarred Crag, but we are now getting actually quite a good number of white cards. But remember, this is just the first few packs, and we probably still want to take the black card. Invasion of Ogrota is still kind of fine. But we kind of want something that's more down the line. So an Attentive Sky Warden's not bad. Tiller of Flesh. Whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more permanents, incubate 2. It's whenever you... Yeah, definitely taking this one. Though, do note that people said that this has been one of the more disappointing cards. And I would not disagree. So, how many... We don't have any first strike, so that's off the table. Invasion of Amonkhet actually been quite good. Actually, we should probably start taking... Yeah, we'll take the Scarred Barons. We'll let someone else have that. Still on the lookout for green, but not on that Locus of All. Also, we probably want to be on the lookout for spells that can't... Whenever you cast a spell that targets, so... Cast the target on cast. But you know, if they're passing it, I'm willing to take it for now. Actually, let's do a double check. How many... No, ill wheel. We'll take the Aetherblade Agent. So there's our Bloodfell Caves. There's a Final Flourish which we probably should take instead. So that's giving us some good shot of removal. Another Vanquish the Weak. Invasion is fine. Yeah, if we can stick to white-black, we'll probably do it that way. But I will take an Invasion of Lorwyn. We do have one Jungled Hollow to make it work. Though I kind of now regret casting those Scripting Surveyors. Maybe not too much. But also we need to start filling it out with more creatures. Now we probably have enough non-creatures. Everything other pick should probably be a creature. We can probably cut Surge of Salvation, maybe Invasion of Lorwyn. If we can pick some Invasions of Zendikar, that might be a consideration because it does help us hit 7. Something to keep in mind. Another Vanquish, but I'm actually going to take the Freewheeler this time. Actually, no. Okay, so our removal is 1 Final Flourish, 2 Vanquish the Weak. Yeah, 2 is enough. Deadly Duration would probably be the other one that we want. But we have way too many 4s, so let's keep that in mind. Also, if we can get if we can get more of the Swamp Cycler, that's also a consideration. We can go for those. So sanity check on the stream. Okay, stream's still going good. Okay, nothing great on the pick here. But who tuned in? Jericho Ilagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Okay, probably not running any of these. I'm just gonna cut this one. This is probably gonna be the last draft. Okay, no, that's interesting. This came very late, so I'm definitely gonna take it. But let's see if we could make it work. Maybe. That's it. Okay, first time I heard that tune. I'm not sure what that is. Hold on. Hey, thank you for sending the stars. That really means a lot. Thank you very much. Well, I'll be honest, it means a lot more than me getting Sunfall. I will still take the Sunfall though, but your contribution really means a lot. I will say thank you so much for that. Now that we got the Sunfall, let's see. Sculpted Perfection. This one's fine. We can actually start taking some of these other removal spells. Okay, let's cut the Trailblazing Historian. Guess we take the Sculpted Perfection. And yet another 4. I'll take it for now, but we'll probably end up cutting it. Oh, that's a nice Baral. We now need actual creatures, so I still can't say no to removal. I'm such a sucker for removal. Definitely gonna cut the Surge of Salvation now. We have way too many non-creature spells. But otherwise, haven't gotten much stars. That's okay. Neither have I. And the thought counts a lot, though. So 3 mana, no. Access blessed by the sun. We could run it. We don't have backup, so I'm not gonna run this. This is yet another 4-drop, which I probably don't want to run. I'll take one Daxos, but I don't think I can accommodate it based on our mana. We have quite a bit of red. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a stretch here. See how it works. Mostly going mass black. Yeah, there you go. While we're having a bit of downtime. And that's a lot of downtime. Yeah, looks like our friend did meet an acidic end. Phyrexian Awakening. Okay, another Ichor Shade. I probably will take this roll. So take note. We're actually at 10-9 between the sculpted perfection and the Phyrexian Awakening. Both of them have incidental incubate. There's another Lutri. We're not gonna run it. I'm gonna take the Swordsworn Cavalier. We need to have some creatures on the lower end up now. Definitely taking the Marauder. That's Swamp Cycling. That also helps. So what are we looking for? Oh, we're getting a lot of freewheelers, but I don't think I want to have that many. I'll still take it though. I can also just have the option of taking the Volcanic Spike in case, like, well, we don't have the Bloodfell Cape, so that's not gonna quite fit. We're still missing 2 cheap creatures. I guess Gift of Completion can count as one. Yeah, there we go. We'll take that. So technically, we're at 13-9. Still not so great. The Winnowing Forces is a late removal spell. Build Conversion removal spell. I will take the Bloodfell Caves this time. I'm me being very greedy, but we might be able. I probably would not sneak it for Kenra Spellspear though. If I do add the Bloodfell Caves, I will be adding quite a few more red cards. So let's give ourselves that option. I might have to just take the Halo Hopper. There's a Jury Master to review, that's also an option. I think our deck might have just built itself. I'm willing to submit this as is. I just have to do a double check on the mana. Nope, not running the Bloodfell Caves. Probably only want 1 forest. And we're mostly black, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 8. Yeah, this looks like a good mix here. My concerns are the curve is quite a bit of a dip here. We do get 2 land cyclers, so it's more like a 7-7-5, which is still scary. I'm willing to run it for now and give it a shot. Let's take a look what it is. We do have options for splashing red, but we do have options for splashing a more substantial red between the Kenra Spellspear, the Devil that transforms, and Jury Master to review. Those are also decent options there. We can line those up. Let's see if we. But otherwise, this is just me trying to get back on the groove. Will we have a great game? I honestly don't know. We'll see soon enough. So, biggest concerns if we run into white-blue, because that's way too aggro. We do have a Glut of Removal, but not so much. Okay, so this one is not in our. Okay. I'm going to keep this. We have a turn 3 Halo Hopper to buy some time. So we're basically looking for another white source for Sunfall. That is another issue we have. One is probably just gonna flip this. At least we will have a. Then I probably will just think. Then I'll probably just drop Sculpted Perfection. Opponent might not swing though. Yeah, they're not gonna swing. So let's see. I'm gonna swing first because it's likely our opponent just has another spell and we're. So again, we're now on the lookout for another white mana. Opponent actually rocking the red, white, and the Urbrass. And we can vanquish the weak. It's this Ward 2, so we're not gonna be able to cast this. What's this? Exile, then return it transformed under its owner's control. Only if you cast. Okay, so this one's more of a first strike. This one becomes a 5/5, so that's something to keep in mind. Something like this. That's what we can hold up Vanquish the Weak also, so that's something. We're definitely going to be churning through the Surveil just to. Okay. Come on, Sunfall. It's Sunfall or bust, I'll be honest. It's also quite Breaker's Grasp. Not an instant or sorcery, so that's. So I'm probably just gonna throw this one under the bus. We'll take the 4. Yeah, we'll just throw this one because I really need to Surveil here. We're taking a bit of trample damage too, so that's it. I still don't want to commit the larger one. Please give us planes. Final Flourish. Take or sacrifice a creature, that's fine. We can nuke Urbrass this way. Yeah, we'll keep it. Deals with Urbrass. Still in trouble with the. Still in trouble with the Spell Spear. Opponent is thankfully getting kind of flooded. We, on the other hand, we kind of want the opposite problem. We really want one more planes. One is holding back. Hold that too. So Timuret chosen from dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. One it might be stuck. See what our opponent's up to. I guess our opponent doesn't have any more. Could they be playing a 3-color deck and they're missing something? That might be. That's usually the other thing. Because 4 cards, 6 mana. I have no idea what's up. We get a treasure, which is fine. We don't want another swamp. You might have wait to sack this, I guess. Yeah, its planes are bust at this point. We can still kind of buy time with Tiller. It's fine. No swamp. Now, they might have a way to pump this, which would kind of ruin it. But at least we're going through it now rather than later. Okay, no, we got rid of it. Not bad. So we're able to buy some time there. Hey, Talo HG, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Actually, now I'm thinking we could lose to a stroke of flames from out of nowhere. Oh, that's not the worst. Come on, Sunfall. We can still lose though. Nope, Sword Cavalier. I think we're gonna add more planes. Yeah. So we noticed our first deck building issue. We need more planes. I might end up I think I'm still willing to keep the forest, but we'll definitely cut one swamp. We need to be closer to a 9-8. So let's fix that, and hopefully, which is a bit of a shame. The Sunfall gave us outs, but we did not draw the way to pay for it. Also have to remember that it's not just Sunfall. Archangel Elspeth's also double white. Seal from Existence is also double white. So we kind of actually want this to be. So this is a 9-8. No. Actually, okay. There we go. We'll cut the forest instead. If the forest were a plains, that would have been a much better situation for us. So it's possible that we might end up with a... Okay. Honestly, very slow, but we'll keep this for now. Hopefully our opponent is not way too aggro. I'm also starting to consider just cutting the invasion of Lorwyn. Bending over backwards just to make that part work is already not doing quite well. Like I could even just cut this for a traumatic revelation. But there's Phoenix. That's really annoying. Okay, Scarred Baron, so we hit our double white. So next turn, we probably play Knight of the New Coalition first, just to start aggro going. We can follow up with Sculpt of Perfection later. Or an Archangel Elspeth. Give us a Flying Vigilant that can block this. Invasion of Urgamon. One is going to start swinging into this, so that might be an issue. Kitchen Squee. That's good. That one's. Now we'll see if we can. Let's see. This one is just whenever it deals damage to the opponent with that. So I still say we cast Knight of the Coalition. Because we do have the option of just using Final Flourish to take this one out if our opponent does flip it. We have to be careful if our opponent happens to have additional, is still holding up mana, because that would signal removal. Good. Casting Squee. They might still have removal. We do have to go for it though. Does our opponent actually have removal for this? They do. This would be annoying. Volcanic Spike. Yeah, they did have removal. It's not lining up. I'll offer the trade. Opponent blocks, that's fine. Because if it means they have to spend mana to cast it, it's fine. So they now have to decide if they want to take out Archangel Elspeth or they might take out Archangel first. If they do, it leaves me. It allows me to just sculpt the Perfection Final Flourish, so it's not too bad.
Finish what we started.
They might just drop Squee. Oh, Gracious send the card. Oh come on! Don't. Does our opponent have an Natali? That'll be so annoying. Maybe we could breach the multiverse for it. Okay, the options on the table. Let's see if that happens. Now, if they cast the Natali, we're kind of doomed. Natali is. I forgot how big it is. Could we -6 might well be missing a token. We'll go for it now. Defense. Overgrown pest. Okay, not too bad. So we will have a 3-3 that matches up. Ooh, Rona's gonna be annoying, but we could probably still deal with it. I'm gonna probably just cast the Rona now. In fact, they can drop both Rona and Squee. Which means I actually want to breach the multiverse. I guess we're breaching the multiverse. Let's see what we hit. So choose two in each graveyard. Choose a creature in each graveyard. Oh, I can even choose the art. Let's see what our opponent dropped. Borborygmos enters the battlefield or attacks, draw a card, and discard. Definitely want to snipe this. Hey, and I even did the emote for Borborygmos and Fibblethip, so still not out of the woods yet. Our opponent could have a decent bounce spell or whatnot. Oh yeah, it makes him Phyrexian too, so it actually does get the buff. Connoisseur has flying. So I definitely want to swing with this. Okay, this one's just a blocker. Opponent might actually just try to snipe this. Oh, so that's their answer. It can be awkward. Let's see if our opponent blocks. They might just block Borborygmos. Now they still get to keep Rona, which is an issue. When that source is exile a card from their hand at random, so yeah, that's fine. We'll end the turn there. Opponent still gets to cast Squee, but I think what our opponent's more likely to do is they're just gonna pay and transform Rona. We'll have something to block with it though. Having to cast Archangel, Breach, and Sunfall, and our opponent's Borborygmos. We might also have to start casting Timber and start eating our opponent's graveyard. Like if I could, I really want to get rid of Sui. If our opponent does flip this and doesn't have an extra land, we can eat Sui. Yeah, that sounded weird, but we'll take it. One's destroying a card and discarding a card. Which makes sense. They can cast Sui to untap this. Opponent should note that they're probably not gonna win the discard race if they keep drawing cards. Pitch the land. Renata, Caller of the Hunt. Okay, that's a free untap. They might go for it again because they can still cast Sui. I'm hoping they actually don't. Okay, they cast Sui. You could still tap in response if you want to deck yourself. Nope, I was just gonna tap it. One's probably not gonna tap though. We'll activate the smaller one. It's still a 3/3. So we get to activate twice and cast Ichor Drinker, so that's a plus, something to keep in mind. So I think I will cast this one, but I still want to hold this up though. So I can swing with this and just trade. Yeah, because we do have one extra creature. I'm willing to go for it. Opponent knows that they block with Sweep. I will probably just eat it. Oh, it's an exile. Okay, wait, there's also another check. We did not pitch our Jungle Hollow, so we can actually still cast Invasion. I actually think I want to cut it altogether now, though. It's kinda not worth it. I'm just gonna run out of cards. They're really looking for something specific. We should be able to survive this though. Army of Whispers. Yeah, it didn't get 2 counters because it has to be on the board for it to happen. Yeah, no, you'll get 1 counter. Its replacement effect is not active as you're casting it, so it will only get 1 counter. So the more you know, it doesn't work. Nope, that's how it works. Opponent casts Sweep, gets a free untap. I am willing to pitch Ichor Drinker to under the bus. We can also start eating our graveyard if it comes to it. Well, let's try to pitch something. You are down to 6 cards. And I know there's no card that lets you win the game for having an empty library. There's no Lab Mania. Timberland Ancient, okay. It's Reach and Trample, so that could still be something. Opponent is just gonna go off, I guess. as well activate this now. Let's see, Skyplate Aerialist. Nothing that activates from yard. As well activate it now. Yeah, we're just getting flooded really badly. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're only getting 4 shots anyway, so no point activating it. When it down to 5 cards, they might actually pay for this, which would be an issue. We could still lose, actually. Well, our opponent is still milling like crazy, if I may say so myself. Transforms. Doesn't untap it. Oh yeah, what did we lose? We lose our Seal from Existence. We lost our Collective Nightmare. We still have one more Vanquish the week. Yeah, not much in the way of removal. Only slots 4 cards. They're really dropped. So we're probably just gonna keep tanking the hits from the Ancient, but we'll try to see if we can take out anything else. Opponent ideally has to start attacking. Those are kind of the most... That does buy us a turn, actually, so... Like, sure, I can probably just block this. I suspect our opponent might have a combat trick. So, there is that. We'll see if that last card's a combat trick. Was just that, +2/+2, sure. So, those transform. So they are admittedly kind of large. Let's hope our opponent actually gets one more land. No, they don't. And we need to start. We need to start buffering. We have another creature, right? Nope, we don't have another creature. Mess with this. No, we're just flooding. This is... So we need to see if we can survive long enough. Opponent... Huh? Wow, just flood. Like, how many lands did we draw? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can't tank everything. We do have to... We still have to... We do have to block something. Yeah, those have tramples, so I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, we're gonna be tanking quite a few big hits here. We might actually still die. Yeah, we probably should have blocked with this one too to gain the 2 life. Fortunately, we just drew way too many lands near the end. That was so annoying. And we milled out most of our removal too. So let's do a check. We're obviously blocking Renata. Oh yeah, when we blocked with that other creature, it lost. Yeah, so yeah, that was a good one. Our part. So 5, 6, 4, 4, 5, 10. Yeah, we're very dead. There's no good way around this. Yeah, everything having trample also hurts us as well. Not a great draft. I will admit I eventually remembered that this was the weakest one and it kind of showed. But also, yeah, we had to fire the sunfall off. But man, talk about just breaking on all those lands. Rona was the one who actually carried that one. Our opponent was just able to keep churning through and getting the rest of their cards. So not doing well. We definitely are cutting Invasion of Norway now. There's just no good. There's no good way to keep it. And I guess we need another creature, which is the problem. I guess we could run Daxos. It's kind of another way to keep us alive long enough. We could also just run the Traumatic Revelation. I think I'll just run Daxos. I should have just drafted that other Tiller. But yeah, looks like turns out playing the weakest deck was not the greatest choice. And it shows. It was actually kind of late enough now that I probably don't want to do another draft again. Let's try to get at least a 1 win or 2 wins at this point, since like beggars can't be choosers anymore. Though those matches were, I don't know if they're kind of close. But yeah, in both cases, the mana wrecked us. Actually, no. The first case, the mana wrecked us. The second case, yeah, we drew a lot of lands. The mana wrecked us. Yeah, definitely keeping this. We'll probably cycle the intercessor if we don't draw planes. If we do draw planes, I might cycle the blue time caller instead. We did not draw planes, but we did have something to play, so we'll play that instead. So cycle intercessor. Oh, when it's actually taking their time. But I probably won't play Elspeth yet. I will actually just play Tiller Flesh first. Also Incidental Knight. Also note that this is not a triggered ability. That makes this have menace. Okay. Also, that did not trigger Tiller because that was not a spell. Likewise, if I activate Archangel Elspeth, that's also not a spell. When it has Urbrastic hidden, when it's not gonna hit us. Do I cycle Blue Phantom Mauler? Probably not. I'm gonna put in the Swordsworn Cavalier because it
You've
takes out our opponent in one. It'll take out our opponent in one more turn if they don't have an answer for it. They need to have an answer to a flyer. That's just pretty much it. I was not planning on protecting Archangel Elspeth. That sounded horrible.
I have given
I think they do have removal. Yep, Phantom Takedown. One more mana, this would have gone through for lethal, but instead we will just hit with this one since we're not on the block. Then we'll cast this one first. Then cast this one. Yeah, kind of going sideways. So we're gonna keep the Goomfang Mauler. Lighted Burgeoning. It's the most likely Incubate. This will have haste, so our opponent can swing, but I don't think our opponent's in a position to swing anymore. Yeah, opponent's probably going to go on the defensive. Yes. Now, if our opponent targets this, we can Final Flourish and kick to remove Ouroboros. Also of note is that we can just we'll go to damage. Yeah, opponent did not have it. Okay. It is what it is. We got there. So we got ourselves our consolation win. Let's see if we can get at least one more. That would be nice. How many losses am I on? 2 losses. Not very great. But they were not very great, Adrian. But they were very close matches given how long those were. Okay, maybe not that close. The second one was definitely kind of close. I just kept drawing land after land after land. It is what it is. The first one did not draw the white mana for Sunfall. We could have easily punished it, but it is what it is. Anyway, it's not necessarily a bad send off for March of the Machine. To be fair, the past 2 weeks it was I did Midnight Hunt, I did Crimson Vow, so I'm a little bit rusty. It's okay. Yep, this one definitely keepable. We got the 2-3 and we have Sunfall just in case, so we're definitely keeping this. Elspeth to boot. I really like my pack 2 pick 1, pack 3 pick 1 picks. Opponent just might have removal for this. Opponent's actually gonna trade. I will trade. If they have a combat trick, I'm willing to trade the combat trick for this. It's not the worst. Yeah, that's not the worst thing to happen. I'm fine with it. Yeah, it's better since we would still sit, because if it was Elspeth's Might, we would not get the life. One is actually holding back now, which is something. Now I could play Archangel Elspeth, but if I do, I'm most likely going to just... I guess what I can do is I can play Daxos. Then play Aether Blade Agent. We'll kind of start going white. I want to encourage our opponent to go white too because they're also, because this is red-white, they will go white. We'll even swing. Do they have another Elspeth Smite? Wow, nice draft. So many uncommons. They're just gonna fire off all the removal. Not the worst. But that's 3 pieces of removal. Very annoying too, in fact. It does mean that I probably don't want to transform this. I think I'm more willing to just take the hits. Actually, no, I take it back. I will transform this. Swing. Opponent will block. Do they have another Elspeth Smite? Okay, to all the people that were at the same table on this as this guy, shame on all of you. Anyway, Enduring Bond Warden, not to worry. We probably will have to fire the Sunfall, but I want to see if we can get our opponent to play more. Final Flourish is kind of fine. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to Final Flourish first, take this one out. Each opponent sacrifices nothing. Okay, Archangel Elspeth, put down a 1/1 soldier token. If our opponent just hits Elspeth, I'm fine with that. I'm probably just gonna keep making tokens. Okay, perfect. Now we can Sunfall. Might be a bit premature though. Like maybe I could have waited one more turn. Marauding Dreadship with an Incubate, but not quite there. And Collective Nightmare later. Return all non-land permanents with man. So that's just Daxos. Hold on, it's from my graveyard. Yeah. Not quite enough. So, but I'm still gonna keep bussing. Now, I want to see if our opponent just wants to go on the Marauding Dreadship plan. We can just Collective Nightmare that. Actually, we could just block it with the 1/1, so it's not the worst. Not the best use of a Dreadship, if I may say so myself. Yeah, we'll do this. Now it's our turn to hit that. So we can get one from each graveyard. Let's start with ours. I think we're getting Fang Mauler. Then what can we get from theirs? This is Rampaging Raptor. Also, I could just go for Tiller of Flesh. Yeah, actually we'll do Tiller of Flesh here. So I just realized that we don't have a black source, so not quite. Still. Activate one more. Yeah, you can. So just a small mistake there, not too bad. Does our opponent have their own Sunfall? No, so Javelin here. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, opponent concedes. Whew! we survived that onslaught. We survived all those Elspeth Smite. I have the Elspeth. We'll take it. So not bad. 2 wins, 2 losses. Any game can still be our last, but I'm a little bit happier with this draft. Now, despite the rares that we have here, do note that white-black is regarded as the weakest color pair. So that's kind of where we ended up on. Yeah, good games. I'll take it. Not so sure if we can keep it, but we're still gonna go. Sugod, mga kapatid. Empty. Okay, this bot is still full. Kill bots. I'm keeping this because we're going first, but I would prefer to have something to follow up. Having both Daxos and Timurit is a bit awkward because you don't know if you want to play the white first or the black first. And then also like that. Not bad. Probably play the double white. We'll probably just start vanquishing quite a lot. I can play the Edge Familiar first. It's not. Because even if this flips, I can still nuke it with Vanquish. Hunt Master. That's a bit more annoying. I'm gonna swing first. See if our opponent's willing to trade with Aether Blade Agent. No, he's just gonna take it. Okay. Yeah, because our opponent next turn might flip it. Yeah, so we have to hold a bit. It's a bit awkward that our opponent has an outlet, but here's the thing. If our opponent pays mana to flip Aether Blade Agent, they won't have the mana to convert it to an Incubate token. And it's just gonna hit us for 1, sure. Yeah, this is sacrifice another, so it can't sacrifice this, but kind of poor form. Okay, there's our Timurit. Let's see if our opponent has something for this. No, they're just gonna take it. Okay, sure. And this time we have Collective Brutality, so and it's just gonna vanquish. We're just gonna Collective Brutality in response. All is right in the world. Sort of. Now we just need one of our big hitters. I suspect it's a pile on, destroy Surveil 2, yeah. It was gonna get removed eventually, but now we need to hit something that opponent had to ditch a few good cards. Now whether we win or lose depends on whether we can draw a removal spell. No, not removal spell. Reach would be really nice, but I suspect our opponent is sitting on counter spells. If we can stop drawing lands, that would really be nice. I'm actually going to keep one land here because reasons. I guess now I can play the land because we now have 3. Well, we can't cast this at instant speed. Are we just sitting? Oh, Ichor Drinker. Might be the best thing because it will, unless our opponent has an exile effect, it will eat. Okay, doing the draw discard. If they have their own breach, it would be really annoying. Okay, they actually pitched a Cyber Cryptomancer. Traumatic Revelation reveals their hand. I'm gonna draw this card. We probably lose the seal from existence. They could do the shuffle. No, they're doing the draw discard. They're also looking for stuff too. Okay, they actually pitched the Grafted Butcher, but they don't. Now, they could choose to incubate tree. But I suspect... Oh wait, it's creature battle card. They have to incubate tree. No, they can actually activate this, but they won't be able to this. Still drawing lands. Then I have to do this now because my gosh, huh? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 8, 9. 9, so there's 8 more lands left, so it's 1, 2. Yeah, opponent had to do it just to get it out of the way, I guess. They might have a counter. Okay, no counter spell. So now our opponent does have to cast something or they lose next turn. Unseal, then return 2 creature cards. Yep. Ooh, those are good cards. I could have used those. Opponent can actually get some decent cards here. So 2 creature cards. Probably not the Butcher. Aetherblade is probably my... Aetherblade and Skyclave Aerialist are my 2 bets. Actually, let's see. What are the other options? Yep, no, those are the 2. So they definitely will cast both. They might flip Aerialist because I think they have the mana to do so. This will be a 3/3, so it just bumps against this. This will be a 1. One of the blue-black Phyrexian deck. Okay, there's the Aetherblade Agent. Okay, expected. They probably, let's see, they can flip this and cast another creature, but I think they want to flip this because that has the bigger backside. I actually like this setup more though. Force blocks. Oh, opponent doesn't have to block this. When it has Ice of the Attack Chest, that's a nice incubate. So gives him a 3/3, draw a card. Admittedly hurting for creatures. Another Isaac Attack Chest, but they can, at this rate, they can only activate 1. So if I swing with the... Okay, they can activate both now. I'm not going to swing. Okay, that's land number 10. might just rather hold on onto defense. So there's 7 lands left, so I'm kind of slightly better than 50. But the longer this goes, the worse this is for me. So close, that's 2 more damage. That's an auto trade. Does our opponent have a combat trick? Nope, trading. And a nice buffer. That's just that well. Greening champion. Okay, we're probably not gonna get by this easily. Hold on, let's see. Each player mills 3 cards. Mana from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. I can actually take this one back. Oh, do they have a counter spell? Oh wait, no. No, just activate sorcery. They have a counter spell. Not the worst. It's annoying though, but could have been worse. Couldn't even get to freewheel. When it does have 8 turns to win, which is not impossible. When it's like what, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they have 4 left. So not including, so including these, they have like 4 out of 10 lands left. If I can breach the multiverse, that would end the game. And you're each player mills a card. Timing's odd. Definitely not attacking. We're in defense now. Actually, do want our opponent to swing with this. Maybe once. Not so sure how often. Opponent is still playing it safe though. I said actually the way our opponent's casting, they might have another artistic review. They're just not unloading everything quite yet. We already used our Sunfall, if I'm not oh no, we haven't used our Sunfall yet. Okay, that's actually a good mill. So let's see. So I can block these 2, that's basically 7. If they have a way to pump, vanquish the weak, that gives us a free surveil. Oh, keeping that. I'll be annoyed if they have another counter spell though. They probably do. Can't really do anything. Oh. Okay, 1 more land. No, they don't have the counter spell. That just wipes them. And that's because they concede. That just really wiped them out. Out of nowhere. I'll take it. That is so cool. So 3 wins. Oh, okay. I had fun. I had some fun. Can't complain too much about that. Hey, can you make it tomorrow? Okay, so I need to confirm tomorrow also. Actually, I should check. There you go. Three wins. Ideally, I get 1 more win to kind of break even with my entry fee. If it doesn't happen, it is what it is. But three is definitely better. At least that's 1,000 gems. This one is super sus. We do have turn 1 Ichor Drinker. Turn 2, but we are kind of waiting on a lot of turn 4 plays. Responsibly, I should mull this one. And I think I will. If our opponent takes a mulligan, I definitely will mulligan this too. I'm still gonna mulligan this. Okay, this is much better. We do have to give up. We'll give up the breach because we're not likely to cast that. It's a feel bad. Maybe our opponent has to wait to shuffle. Oh wait, we can swamp cycle if we have to. When it was Invasion of Mercadia, so we do have a Gift of Completion, but they might just have a hasty creature to wreck our game. I would prefer not to cycle this one, but I will if I have to. When it's rocking the mono red. Okay, it's a different kind of mono red. Let's play the. So next turn we can drop Knight of the New Coalition. Might not want to. If I do Archangel Elspeth. Okay, does our opponent stoke the flames on Invasion? I'm actually fine with that. I think I do have to activate this now. There's a Halo Hopper, we can kind of wait on that. Yeah, as long as we have other things to cast, I will just cast other things. The Halo Hopper is just really there as a curve filler. It's admittedly one of the worst features I could run. When it goes Meeting of the Minds, okay. When it True Blue-Red Convoke, there should be an island coming down soon. There's a Rona that everyone seems to run. This is so sus. Playing it safe. I already lost one.
We fight together.
No, if I convoke, I will convoke with this. Yeah, they're both at vigilance, so it doesn't really matter which one. I'm doing the token here because if our opponent has like a bounce spell and they do it, they probably won't do it on the night. Now let's see, do they have Stoke the Flames? At least I know I have a turn 6 Alabaster Host Intercessor. More Meeting of the Minds. Our opponent's gonna like drawing all those cards. I definitely want to get Reach the Multiverse now after our opponent's drawn this many cards. Also, is that Fire Alarm? Hold on, I'll be right back. Looks like an alarm of some sort. Okay, but our opponent is just going to take out Invasion, take out the one token. Iron Flame Right, not the worst. So, but with this mana setup, I am now more willing to just put the 2+1/+1 counters on the knight. He also got Vanquish the Weak, so that's an option too. Does our opponent have Stoke the Flames? Nope.
To the skies.
No, they might have something. They do have the Stoke the Flames. I'm glad they fired it there. This is discard, create 2. Oh, that's actually more. This is actually quite annoying. This one, our opponent needs 1 more mana just to transform. This one's more annoying if our opponent does activate it. So I'm gonna activate nuke this now. If our opponent then transforms this, when the source exiles a card from their hand at random, so I will most likely end up cycling this, and I will most likely end up cycling this just to give them a plains if it gets to that. But it also depends if it's even protectable to begin with. If our opponent just goes after the invasion, hold on, what's this? It deals that much damage plus 2 instead, so burn is going to be annoying. I have to let our opponent take it. Sure, no thoughts. It's actually going to get really bad later, but it's currently not that bad now. Let's go away. I'm actually willing to play this because I'm willing to play this because our opponent would be forced to pay again if it gets to this. So this is still annoying. Opponent might even just cast a removal spell to nuke this one so that it doesn't get exiled, which is probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, wow! Let's see. Multiple copies of Stoke Flames, multiple copies of Meeting of the Minds. Tiller of Flesh, but I won't have a good target for it, so I'm actually gonna pitch it. Yeah, well, this is probably a lost game. Which is a shame, but if our opponents keep getting all these stacked decks, what am I gonna do? That said, in this scenario, I am more than willing to try to. Opponent might still have removal. It looks like they drafted a very solid. Yeah, they have. They drafted a very solid blue-red deck, so can't really do anything about it. So we're just gonna keep surveilling until we hit Sunfall, I guess.
Out of your reach.
Lose that. Not the most inconsequent. Now we just need to hit Sunfall. At least we know it's on the top 23.
Shine bright, hero.
Only going after us. So I definitely want to trade this, and I definitely want to. No, that has trample, so no point jumping that. This one, when it dies, incubate X where X is equal to its power. Thankfully, Shell Chaser for more spike. What? Okay, targeting the spike. That's fine. So Acre Drinker can net us a creature just to buy some time. Still looking really bad though. So Sunfall or Bust. Nope, it's Aether Blade Agent. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, but our opponent had a really good synergy deck. We were not that close. So 5, 6, 7. Technically, you should attack with everything. Is there a reason you're not? Yeah, opponent could pump it. Okay, another Surveil. Freewheeler can get each player to mill 3 cards. That's not gonna save us. And we're just pitching cards left and right. Vanquish will 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that will not save us. Oh wait, I should not. Let's just cast this. Yeah, we didn't. We could not draw our way out of that. But that's a shame. Maybe if we kept the previous hand, it is a bit. It is honestly sketchy. It was a lot of force. No, I think we had the better setup. But our opponent's deck is really stacked. Can't really do anything about that. But otherwise, that's not too bad. 3 wins, 3 losses. Kind of average. It's kind of average, and we do get a decent payout for it, so it's not too bad. Also, hey, Archangel, Elspeth, and Sunfall. So we're gonna claim all of that, and that's gonna be it for this episode. Not the best episode, but we'll take it. So just waiting for the server. Let's practice packs and call it a day. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Many thanks to those who like, shared, subscribed, and tuned in. Thanks to Kyle Braxton, Jericho Ilagan, Palo HG, and thank you for asking Adrian. That was nice. Well, we'll probably be going to Lord of the Rings in the next 2 weeks, but we'll probably have Cube next week, so that's something to look forward to. I'd like to try this out sometime. But that's gonna be for next time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.